Good morning, everyone. I'm Donna Yelverton, the president of your Board of Trustees. The board met last Tuesday night, and we have some long-awaited news about reopening of the Unitarian Church of Baton Rouge. As you know, the COVID safety team and the board have used a metric from the covidactnow.org website. We set the threshold of 10 positive COVID cases per 100,000 people in the greater Baton Rouge metropolitan area. However, given the recent trends and circumstances in this area, the board decided to change the threshold to 20 positive cases per 100,000 people. We are currently below that threshold, which means that we will begin to allow gatherings both indoors and outdoors with masks and social distancing, so long as that threshold is maintained. Now, Reverend Nathan Ryan is going to describe for you how the reopening process might unfold.
All right, first things first. The pandemic is not over. This is big news, and this is a hard decision the board made, but it does not mean things have ended. So if you think about a family as a vaccinated or an unvaccinated unit, half of this congregation, roughly, is an unvaccinated unit. And by that I mean children do not have access to the vaccine yet, which means those parents are still an unvaccinated unit. So while we are safer than we've ever been and safe enough for the board to make this decision, and I agree with this decision, we still need to be careful, and we need to have you wear your masks, and as much as you're going to want to hug each other and all of that, we need to avoid it. So the staff needs roughly a month to get things ready. We've been doing roof repair and painting, and the chancel right now is set up. Well, you're watching this film during the chancel. This is my house. But the chancel is set up for filming. It's not set up for worship. There will be more about how to do this soon. Some things you should know. We will not have any wind instruments when we get back together to start. We will not do in-person singing. We will create an RSVP system, and we're still figuring out the exact number, but we're not going to have full capacity in the service. We're going to have limited capacity. Some of the other things, so much to throw on you. So are you all good? We already have advanced air filters in the air conditioning system. I cannot guarantee you that keeps you safe. We're going to spread out the chairs in where we have people sit in the sanctuary. We will do... Coming back into the building is a big deal. A colleague of mine, she said, we've been holding stuff off for 15 months, that each first time we do a thing, there's a lot crammed into that first thing. So the first time you shake a hand, or the first time you walk in the church, or the first time you went to a grocery store, there's all of the anxiety and fear and built up hope, and everything is built into that one event. So we are actually going to take this really slowly. And some of you may not like it, but it'll be okay. So we're going to do it slowly. We want to open the church first to just have you have an opportunity to be in the building. So we're going to do an evening, June 6th, where we're going to open up the sanctuary, invite you to go in one at a time, place a stone in the chalice bowl, maybe leave a blessing, and that's it. We'll be in the courtyard to greet you during that time. And then June 13th, we are going to start doing smaller worship services. So we're not going to do the full service. We're still going to prioritize online worship. At some point, we will shift. We will always now stream our services so that people have access. But there will be a point where we shift to prioritizing the in-person experience, and online will be supplemental. Right now, certainly while half of this congregation does not, as units, remember, family units, half of this congregation does not have access to the vaccine. So we are going to still prioritize the online experience. The in-person will be supplemental. The ways you reduce transmission is you wear masks. We're going to do that. You do it outdoors. We had that idea, but it's going to be too hot, so we're not going to do that one. So that's a strike. You have distance. We're going to do that. You reduce the crowd size. We're going to do that with RSVPs. You increase airflow. We're going to open the doors probably. And you reduce duration. So we're going to actually offer you worship services that in the short term, in the immediate, that are shorter than your regular services. We'll have more time to explore this. If we start going over 20, we looked at the COVID Act Now map, and every time we hit that 20 cases per 100,000 threshold, we started going way up. So if we go over 20, we're going to close down again. Most epidemiologists say the most important factor is vaccination rate. As of me filming this, which is Thursday, we were at 37% vaccinated in the parish, and that's the third most vaccinated parish in the state. So we are not at a safe point of vaccination. We are expecting that everyone in this church who can be vaccinated will be. But we are also expecting that there are a lot of people who do not yet have access. This is a big deal, and this is really exciting news. But just give it some time. The other thing, I should have scripted this, but we're pretending like this is live, so I'm doing it live. The other thing is we are only trying worship right now. No classes. We're going to get worship going. We're going to get it figured out. So we're not going to try classes or coffee hour or any of the other stuff. Give us some time to figure out how to do this safely, how to do it together as a congregation, and we're going to start adding other stuff on, okay? This is a big deal. This is exciting. Stay tuned. There's going to be more news on this very soon. June 13th will be June 6th and 13th. We're going to be the 2 times to start marking your calendars. I just bumped the box this was sitting on. I'm probably going to leave that in there because I don't know how I can cut it. Anyway, welcome back to Leslie's service this Sunday.